Hello and welcome to more Banjo Tooie! Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to finish off Terrydactyland. However, there's going to be a lot of backtracking, a lot of editing back and forth, so prepare for that. And I should also mention, yesterday there was a weird upload issue. My video that I uploaded was fine, but for whatever reason YouTube decided to cut off the last 90 seconds. But it's all fixed now, so if you missed the ending of yesterday's episode, go check it out. It's all fixed. But the first thing we're going to do is actually head over to Wumba's. And it's actually not to access Wumba's, it's because we want to go over to Mumbo, and they just happen to be pretty close to each other. So let's go down here. Oh, somehow I managed to grab onto the ledge right there. Good job, Banjo. And these guys, like I've mentioned before, can be very big pains in the butt. Ow! Gosh dang it. But I'm just gonna, well, I probably should have killed them. Oh well. I was gonna try to outrun them. There we go. Yeah, that's the problem with them, is after they hit you, they'll just go right back for you again. So they'll just hit you over and over if you're not careful. But here we're gonna go to Mumbo, and you could take the little things in the middle right there if you want to jump on some tiny platforms, but I'm just gonna use the weight boots. It's a lot easier. So let's do that. And we don't need them anymore, so let's scrap them. Now, before we go into Mumbo's, I actually want to, let's grab this warp pad just in case I have some kind of colossal failure. But first I want to go up here and actually go across, because there's a boulder to break. Just gotta watch out for this guy. Just gotta watch out for, oh! We got him. And of course I missed that honeycomb, even though I could totally use that right now. You know what you could do is you could jump down into the honeycomb and then get it, and then take damage from the swamp, so it basically counteracts it. So basically, you could waste a whole bunch of time. But we got a Cheeto page at 4 right now, so we just need one more and we'll be at 5 for our next cheat. But we're not going to be getting that in this stage. We do have only 2 out of 3 Cheeto pages, but of course this is going to be another stage that requires us to go to future stages to get everything, so we can't actually get all the Cheeto pages on our first go through here. But let's go inside Mumbo's skull. We just got the Globo right behind him. And do I need the feathers? Yeah, I actually do, because I used quite a few on the fly pad and on the Stumponodon's field last time, so we do need to fill that back up. But let's go gain control of Mumbo. Here you go, buddy. Take that Globo. Yep, indeed, we've got a Globo. I wish that Mumbo was not so elaborate with his speech. Like, Humble Wumbo just gets right to the point. She's like, give me that Globo. Mumbo just kind of rambles for a lot. I guess you could say he mumbles. Haha! Well, we got control of him now, so let's go around the stage and actually activate some of these Mumbo pads that we've got. So the first one's going to be up near Wumba, and it'll be easy enough to access because there's a warp pad here. So we'll just use that, go right across. And considering Mumbo's and Humba Wumba's relationship, he's probably going to do something very mean to her. Or maybe not, we'll see. So he's going to enlarge Wumba's wigwam. Why we're enlarging this? Well, I guess you'll just have to wait and see, but trust me, it is very, very good reasons. Suddenly it's huge! Hooray! Thankfully the mountain was carved out just enough to perfectly hold it. Alright. So we got that one taken care of. Oh my gosh. Oh! No, I didn't do that! Why did it... Well, I was standing on the pad and it's suddenly shrinking it. I just took a moment to clear my throat, but no. Hold on. Don't mind me, just gotta go through this a 3rd time. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. Okay, so it's properly large again, and whatever frog I had in my throat is now cleared out, so we can actually move on to the 2nd pad. Do I actually need some help? Not really. Let's kill this dinosaur. Just killing off endangered species. Why did the dinosaurs die? Probably from Mumbo. Although I think chickens are technically dinosaurs, aren't they? So that guy, if he comes for me, is going to be a jerk, but I think we can just totally avoid him and just go along this way. So there was another one of those pads inside the dinosaur family cave that we opened up, I think, last time. And let's kill off this cursed bunny hive. This cursed beehive, honeycomb, whatever. Let's just kill it. And let's go and use that pad, because I don't know how, but that dinosaur right there got shrunk. He's tiny. So if we go hit this, we can use the enlarge spell on him as well. I don't entirely understand why Mumbo can only use certain spells in certain areas. Like, the only spell he can use in this stage is enlarge. And you'll kind of see that come into play probably in the next episode. The bizarre nature of him only being able to use certain spells in certain areas. This is, of course, assuming the theory that we presented, or the hypothesis from a while ago, where Mumbo is actually not just one character, there's a whole bunch of them, and each different Mumbo hut is a different character. That might also be a possibility, but I really don't know. So we got that one also taken care of, so we've got one more to do. And by one more to do, I mean we're actually done. So let's go warp back to Banjo and Kazooie and get control of them. This is just the beginning of the backtracking and the editing back and forth, guys. I told you, this episode is going to be nuts with the edits because there's just so much unavoidable backtracking. I've really tried practicing the stage and figuring out different paths to make it as efficient as possible, but it's just not going to happen. So I'll meet you guys back at Wumba. Inside the giant wigwam, let's go. Even Wumba herself is enlarged, and her spellbook is pretty big too. But the exciting thing, we don't have to give her a giant globo or anything. We jump right inside the pool. Check this out, guys. We're going to turn into a very large dinosaur. Or I guess in dinosaur terms, this is probably still pretty small. But it's a daddy T-Rex, all right. So now we can make a whole lot of noise. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go put this to use. So the first thing you will notice is, of course, there's that switch over there from last time. We can actually step on that now, but I don't want to yet because it's on a timer, so we'll have to be totally prepared when we do that one. So what I actually want to do is, I guess, jump in the swamp. No, I want to come down here because there's a guy I basically just want to yell at. Come here, mister. So we yell at this guy. He'll just, like, wet his loincloth or whatever and totally run off. Aye, that's scary. Me must go change the loincloth. Okie dokie then. Well, I guess let's go back because that is all we had to do with this guy. Oh my gosh, can we make it across this small ledge? Nope, that is way too small. Let's just go across this bigger ledge here. Dang. Oh, come on. Get up there. Gosh dang it, Dino. All right, here's where the sad moments begin, guys. We step on the button. Wow, for some reason it just changed colors. All right. When we step on that, it gives us a timer. And with that, we cannot actually fit inside that cage with the big dinos. So we have to go back to Banjo and Kazooie. And sadly, that is it for this transformation. We did basically nothing. We like went over, yelled at the guy, and hit a button. That was it. It's such a cool transformation, and that is all you get out of it, which I find really disappointing. I wish they would have done more with it. Like, what if you had like a giant dino battle or something? What if you got like fight King Kong or some crud? That would have been cool. But what if they brought back Conga from the first game, or they also had Conga in Witchy World, had like a Conga versus giant T-Rex fight? That would have been awesome, but instead, they just have you like yell at a guy and hit a button. So it's kind of a bummer, but you know what? We're gonna go all the way back to where we yelled at that guy because he moved. Now we can go inside that cave. Cool, so with that guy off changing his loincloth, we can go inside. And inside we have the Oogle Boogle's cave with cavemen that are freezing for some reason. But we can just go ahead and light his fire for him and that'll warm him up, which is pretty cool. Or pretty hot. Very hot. Me warm, but still need food. Junk food good. So yes, he's still hungry. He's not going to give us anything. That's kind of how these guys roll. But we can at least warm them up, so let's do that. We can go ahead and use this spring bouncer as well. Or shock spring, shock pad, whatever. Probably look up the name of those, but I just like using different names. It's fun. So we have a few guys we have to heat up here. Pretty much all of them are going to say the same thing. It's great, bro. Thanks for warming me up, but I'm not going to give you crud until you give me some food. Also, their big toes are quite large. Yes, I know you want some junk. Actually, dude, I could go for some junk food right now. Dang. Oh, I could have like brownies. Oh. Well, let's go warm up this last guy. Actually, you know what? Let's hit the switch. So this will take us to Witchy World. Witchy World, the best place to get junk food. We could definitely give them some junk food. However, you might remember that those signs always said, no, you're not allowed to bring the food outside of Witchy World. And basically, they will not allow us to do that quite yet. Until, of course, we get an ability from a different stage. So we'll have to come back for that at a later time. But I just figure, you know, we might as well warm these guys up while we're here. Yes, I know. Please warm up cave and give food. I know. So he's saying maybe Jiggy. So if we do all that, we'll get a Jiggy. But we can't do it yet. So we'll warm him up. And with that, we're actually done with this cave. But let's wait for him to give us his life story. Probably just going to ask for some more junk food. Yep. He just needs some junk food. Alright, I'll meet you guys back outside the cave. Hooray, we made it! So we warmed up some guys. That is our Good Samaritan task for the day, I guess. And now let's actually go inside here. Let's go. So we could have done this earlier, but, well, I don't know. I just didn't. I don't think the main reason I didn't do it earlier because we didn't have the train doors open, but now we do. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing about the design of this stage is there's a lot of stuff where you like have to go to this side of the stage, hit a button, go back to this side of the stage, do a thing. That Jinjo is actually just a Minjo. We also have this guy though, which is pretty cool. Let's see, we have to aim pretty precisely, otherwise we won't get him. There we go, we did it. All right. So So we go and blow this guy up. That is the last one, so that will give us a Jiggy. So yeah, guys, a lot of the times if you see me do things that might seem inefficient, it's probably because we have to like hit a button somewhere, or like, for example, the dinosaur cave. We have to go inside, break the boulder, then go back with Mumbo, hit the pad, then go back as the dinosaurs, or go back as Banjo and Kazooie to do stuff with the dinosaur. So lots of back and forth like that. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's just how things are. However, the dinosaur from Wishy World still inside the train, so now we can call the train up here and bring them home. It's about time, I say. Hooray! The cool thing about the train is you can use it to go back and forth. Now you could, at this moment, you could actually take the train over to Glitter Gulch Mine and actually do some stuff there, because we can use the springy shoes now. I'm not going to do that, but I would say probably next episode, at the start of the next episode, we'll kind of go back to some places and wrap up some things we might have missed. In particular, Glitter Gulch Mine. I don't think we're going to go back for the Witchy World stuff quite yet, but we'll see. I'll think about it, and I'll figure when's the most efficient time to go do stuff, and we'll go work a bunch of things in. But for now, let's just get this guy free, and I think we're going to get back outside of this cave once again. Oh my gosh, look at him. Look how cute it is, little pink dude. Oh, right back to the mommy. Thanks for returning my lost child. She'll be cleaning out our cave for the next month. As wow. Okay, well, a month of punishment for that. Wow. Now we actually need to split up to just Banjo, because we got that taxi pack ability that we got last time. So, or was it last time? I think it was last time. But at some point in the stage we got the taxi pack. But now we can actually go and use that. So let's just whip out our taxi, scoop him up. Okay, so we can't scoop him up yet. At first I thought that was a glitch when I experienced that. But if that happens, just go make sure you go talk to the mom. So she'll point out that we still need to help the sick child, and then she'll kind of repeat some text. So I'll cut it out once she starts to repeat stuff that we saw last time. So yeah, he needs a doctor. This is just repeating. There we go. So the dialogue is done. She just repeated the same stuff that we saw last time, where she says, "We need a doctor, any doctor." She points out that there's a shaman, which is Mumbo, and she also says she's glad that not every character in this game is bad. So quite simple. Now that we have this, we have to go with just Banjo all the way back to the train station. Yes, more backtracking! Now you might say, why did we come here earlier if we had to come here with Banjo and the dinosaur? And the reason for that is we needed Kazooie for the Clockwork Kazooie egg to blow up the guy. And that's kind of what I mean, like you have to go multiple times. It's just built in a way that you can't just do it in one go. But let's go ahead and drop this dinosaur off. I'm going to stop rambling about the backtracking. You guys are going to get the point. So let's drop the dinosaur off, and that's all we have to do. So we actually cannot do anything with that dino right now, but we'll come back later and we'll do that. So what I'm going to do here is hit the swap cloud. What that'll do is give us control of Kazooie, so I'll go bring Kazooie over to Banjo. We could have just brought Banjo over to Kazooie instead, but Kazooie runs a lot faster and it's a lot easier, so I figure let's just do that. They give you a swap cloud, so they probably expect you to do that anyways. You know, now that I'm doing this, I'm actually realizing we actually did not need to make the first trip there, because we could have just brought Kazooie back at that moment and then used the Clockwork Kazooie egg. So I guess we did make one extra trip here, but I guess it doesn't matter too much for the video since we have the power of video editing. But just keep that in mind if you do this on your own. Well, I guess you don't need to make that first trip. Or do you? Can you actually take the dinosaur into the place if you don't already activate the train? I'm not sure, but who knows? I don't really want to test it, but there you go. Okay, so with the dinosaur family stuff taken care of, we are now back in this little water pool where we hatched the egg at the end of the last episode. And what we're going to do is go inside this cave. Oh boy. So inside this one, we're going to go all the way across to the other side there. So we got the springy shoes activated. We can use those in the middle. Just want to... Actually, you know what? Swimming would probably be faster than jumping. Let's do that. So we got that fast swim. Somehow we learned how to swim fast as a bird and a bear from a goldfish. I don't know how that works, but it did. Let's just get a restock on all this. All right, totally stocked up. So we can use this just to get across because this thing is on a little bit too high of a lip for us to easily get up on. So we can hit this switch, which will activate the little ledge thing right there. Hooray! Good job. Let's also grab the springy shoes and bounce up to the center. And for some reason, when we do that, Chomposaurus, stomach cramped, whatever it was, he's gonna come up and yell at us for a long time. It's kind of funny, when you sit on the title screen of this game, after a while it kind of shows a demo of certain levels, and for whatever reason, this particular scene plays a lot. So I've seen that scene like 30 times, it's ridiculous. But we're going inside, and we have another first-person segment. kind of. It's not quite the same as the other first-person segments. So he's going to ask if we want to know what we have to do, but of course we don't, because this is the same as all the other minigames. We're on a timer, we have to shoot some stuff, and we get 1 point for red, 2 points for green, and 3 points for blue. Now, overall, guys, I think that this game, Banjo-Tooie, is absolutely fantastic, but every game has its faults, and I think this is, to me, this is a fault for Banjo-Tooie. There is some very repetitive minigames. I honestly don't like minigames that much in general, but they can still be fine if there's variety. But in this case, the only variety comes kind of in the control, where the actual objective of the minigames is pretty much the same. We're just doing a lot of shoot the stuff minigames, and it's always like green is 2, blue is 3, red is 1. So it's a little bit repetitive like that. This one actually is pretty easy though, so we can just get all of our points. I think we probably have more than enough points already, but you know what, let's go for 100, why not? And the other fault of Banjo-Tooie, I would say, is that there's just a lot of backtracking. Probably just overly much. I don't mind a little bit of backtracking here and there, but I mean, backtracking after, like, going to a new stage, getting a new ability, coming back, that's fine, but having to backtrack so much just within a stage where you... The example I pointed out earlier was, like, the most clear-cut example. You have to go break a boulder to unlock a button for Mumbo, then you have to go get Mumbo, then you have to go hit the switch, then you have to go back again as Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, I don't want to play again! No, crud! Gosh dang it. Can I just walk out of here? I don't exactly want to play again. Yeah, let's just leave. But yeah, that example is probably the best... the most clear example. There's also like the dinosaur. You have to go to Wumbo's, go to the big dinosaur, then you have to go scare a guy, then go back to Banjo-Kazooie, then go back to the cave, then go inside, and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I think it's probably a little overkill on the backtracking, but thankfully we have the power of video editing, and it doesn't make me not love the game. I still think this game is amazing, and I love it to death. So everything's all fine. So we're actually going to head back to the warp at the entrance to the stage, and let's go back to the top of the mountain. So here we are back at the top of the mountain, and we're actually going to go all the way back up to Terry's nest. But we're not going to go back into the nest itself. We just want to go over to the side here, because there's actually another cave we have not explored quite yet. Or we actually have explored this cave, but not from this particular part. So we're going to open up the door right here. And this actually connects down with the bottom, so it's pretty cool, pretty cool. This is where we just dealt with the Chompasaur. But what we're going to do here is split up. Yep, split up, thank you. We're going to go over to Kazooie, and we're actually going to go down right here. And we want to go use that fly pad. There's actually an egg we can access now that we have the hatch ability. We can use that to hatch it. And we'll just fly all the way up there. They make us go all the way down to get the fly pad, but that's all right. Let's use that, fly way up here. And it should be right over that vine right there. I guess we'll try to get over there faster. Oh, don't donut! Oh, did I say donut? Okay, let's go down here. Slowly but surely we'll make it inside. There we go. So let's go ahead and land. And, oh, come on, Kazooie, rub your butt on it. Thank you. There we go. So that is actually the last egg we need to hatch. All 4 are done. We got it. That's one of my precious babies. Oh, isn't it cute? Yes, it's very adorable. Very, very adorable. Actually, guys, oh my gosh. I am a dweeb. I forgot to hatch the egg in the Fire Guy's cave. You know what? I'm just gonna never have an episode where I don't make some kind of mistake. It just happens, guys. So let's go back to the Fire Guy cave. Gosh dang it. Oh, jumping off there kills you. Whoops. Okay, guys, so we're back inside the fire cave, and we have Kazooie. So we used the split-up pad back there. So what I forgot to do is use the little spring pad right here. I can't even express to you guys how eternally frustrating it is to make mistakes like that. Because I put so much effort into these. I really, really try to, like, spend hours planning these out and practicing it. I probably spend, like, a good 4 hours per episode. And when it's finally time to sit down and record to make a mistake like that, I know I talk about this a lot, but it's just so frustrating to make mistakes. It's just so many steps to memorize, you know? So it's, I don't know. I guess it's probably some kind of miracle that I make as few mistakes as I do, even though there are quite a lot. There's just so much to memorize in a game like this. But, you know what? Let's just go up here, and we actually have to use the taxi pack, because this particular dino is a little bit too large, so we have to use that taxi action. Let's scoop him up. And we have to take this all the way back up to Terry's nest. This is why I wanted to do the other one as the last one, because it would be a shorter walk. But I'm just going to go outside of the cave here, and I'll edit back up to the top, so you guys don't have to watch me slowly climb my way back up there. Here we are at Terry's nest. Let's go and take the baby. So here's the last one. Let's just drop it off. And that's it. Let's get our reward. That's the last one. Hooray! Thank goodness Kazooie won't want to see another egg for the rest of the game. Yep. Yeah, actually, I forgot to point it out, but you guys should definitely read the dialogue when we hatch that last egg. It's actually pretty hilarious. I don't know why I didn't point it out. But there we go, guys. We're up to 46 Jiggies. So let's go take a view at our totals right here. You can see that we are at 7 out of 10 Jiggies, 100 notes, all of the Jinjos, all of the Jam Jars, both of the Globos, all the Honeycombs, and 2 out of 3 Cheeto pages. So that is it for Terrydactyland for now. That's all we can do for now. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for missing that egg right there, but I hope you guys enjoyed regardless, and I'll see you next time where we'll start the next stage. Take care.